What's up, y'all? Domanique Storm here. I'm back. So last week we talked about accountability. So I wanted to come back because it was too much for one video. So let's talk about it. Last week we talked about accountability, and I basically explained to y'all what accountability is by definition. What is my definition of accountability, quote unquote, owning your shit. And I talked to you guys about the importance of accountability, and then I also discussed the benefits of accountability. I told y'all I was going to come back this week because I want to talk to y'all about different ways and strategies that you can use accountability. I feel like at this point, if you watched my last video and you've reflected on it throughout this week, we've all come to the conclusion that we all need accountability in our lives, right? We need it. Like, it's important. It's good for our progression. It's good for us to evolve. We need accountability. And I hope that you have realized that at this point. So now we can get into what we need to do to become more accountable and create a better life. I'm watching Transformation Church. That's my church, Michael Todd. And our subject that we have been talking about, our word for the year, our phrase for the year is here is holy. Here is holy. And we have to take accountability for what we have going on right here so we can elevate to what's over there. But first, we got to get together everything that is right here, baby, right here. So over this week, I have come up with a few strategies and ways to hold yourself accountable and to become more accountable in your own life. Now, these are things that I use myself. These are things that are effective and efficient. Some of them are fun, and also it's going to change the way we feel about accountability, because let's keep it real. Accountability is a word that it's like discipline. Like, it's like you don't want to hear it, you don't want to say it. It's just like But we gonna butter it up, and we gonna make accountability sexy, okay? We gonna make accountability feel and look more sexy. That way, when you hear the word accountability, you're like, ooh, yeah, yes, I need that on me. Yes, that's how I want you to feel about accountability by the end of this video. So my first point is listening. Listening, baby. We got to listen, okay? Now, my last video, I talked about solitude and circles. And in the message of solitude and circles, I talked about taking what you need. So make sure that when you are listening, that you're taking what you need, and you're taking what is elevating you and what may be holding you accountable. Now, there are people in everybody's life that are willing to hold you accountable, that are willing to let you know the ways that you can be more accountable. And make sure that you are picking out these people, right? Make sure you reach out to these people. You know who they are: your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your best friend, whoever it is that you have in your life that loves you, and you know that they're going to give you some fruitful information, but it is going to challenge you and hold you accountable. Yes, get with them, call them up. Hey, I wanted to, you got some time? Oh, you okay? Listen, I'm working on my accountability. And have you ever thought of any ways that I could be more accountable? Like with our relationship, things that you may have seen me do in my own life where you like, ooh, she need to get that together. Like, if you got some suggestions, let me know, because I'm trying to work on my accountability. This is what you need to do. And then when you are getting this accountability, when you are getting these lessons of accountability and things that you need to take credit for and be accountable for, then baby, listen, understand, and reflect, and figure out how you gonna change it. But what now? What now? Now that you're accountable, what now? Number 2, the next thing I want to talk to y'all about is transparency, okay? Becoming more transparent. Now, I want to give y'all just a little, because a lot of times we think that honesty is transparency, but they're actually a little different, okay? See, honesty is when someone asks you a question, someone asks you something and you tell them the truth, where transparency is nobody got to ask you for the truth. You speak your truth. It is what it is, you know. So understand that there's a difference between honesty and transparency. That was something I had to learn. And because for a long time I was honest, but if ain't nobody asked me, I wasn't telling. It is what it is. But understand, with you being transparent, you can potentially change someone else's life. Just by you speaking your truth, you can change someone else's life. You can talk about something that you've been through, something you have experienced, something that you have learned from that may have sucked in that moment, but you've taken an act of courage and you decided you're going to be transparent and you speak on it, and someone else is going through that same exact thing that you went through, and they feel like, wow, I'm not the only one. Wow, okay, if they can change, I can change too. If they can move past that and forward and through that, and they can have a breakthrough, so can I. And if you would have never came out and said whatever it is that you needed to say just to be transparent, nobody else would have ever heard and no one else would have changed. You see how I keep telling y'all that everything is connected. We are all connected. When you change yourself, you change everybody else. You change the world. So something I learned from Nichols, she's the bomb. If you ain't ever watched her, you need to check her out. Her life story is amazing. But she talks about transparency. Transparency is nothing to hide, nothing to protect, nothing to prove, and nothing to defend. When you can walk around with nothing to hide, protect, prove, or defend, you're golden, baby. You're golden. Nothing's holding you back. When we are hiding things, when we are protecting things, when we are feeling we need to prove something or defend something, it is holding us back. It's holding us back from what else could be. I mean, think about something that you've hidden and it kept you from something better. Something that you've tried to protect so bad. And once you released it, you were like, oh my gosh, I'm free. Something that you felt that you needed to prove so bad, so bad, so bad. And it held you back from what you could have really had that was better, more things that God had for you. When you felt that you needed to defend something, defend it with everything you had, and it was tearing you apart. Transparency. When you could say, this is what it is, you're moving in the right direction. And when you are that way with yourself, first of all, you could be like that with everybody else, and that's great too. But when you are that way with yourself, transparent with yourself, you can heal. You can heal so much inside of you. Now, a lot of times it's hard for people to be transparent because pride is something that it really keeps you from your best self. It really holds you back. If you can think of any time you've ever been prideful, you realize that in that moment you were being prideful, you were holding yourself back from something that could have potentially been great for you because you were in a moment of pride. Think of every time you were prideful. You were holding yourself back in that very moment. No, I'm not going to do that because I'm too embarrassed, because I got too much pride, because I don't want to look like this, and I don't want to feel like that, and I don't want anybody to think this. And it could be something that you love, and your pride stole that from you. Don't let pride steal who you are, who you're supposed to be, your happiness, your fruitfulness, your elevation. Don't let pride rob you. Put it to the side. Put it to the side. Put it to the side. Put the pride to the side. You don't need it. Take transparency over pride. Do one day and say, I'm just not going to have no pride today, and see how unlimited you become. Transparency also comes with accepting what is. Like I said, here is holy. Accepting this is what I am. This is who I am. I cannot change who I was created to be. I am exactly who I am. I can change my circumstances. I can change my habits. I can change my life. But who I am is who I am. Now, don't let that get you confused with accountability, because sometimes we may say, I'm shy. I'm shy. That's just who I am. And that holds you back. Don't do that. Don't do that. But accept what is and change your life. Accept where you are and change your life. Decide, this is where I am. If you in denial, you cannot change your life. If you denying, I got an alcohol issue. If you can't accept that you got an alcohol issue, then you're not going to change the fact that you got an alcohol issue. Because you're going to be over here like, nah, I don't get drunk every day. I just drink every day, but I don't get drunk, so I ain't alcohol. You have an alcohol issue if you need something every day that doesn't just come from you, beyond water and food. And food is even questionable depending on what you're eating, if it ain't good for you. Now, number 3, writing. Writing, baby, write. You need to be writing every single day. You need to be writing something down every single day. And why not it be elevational? So let's start off with this, a mission statement. One sentence, something that collaborates all that you are, all that you stand for, all that you want to be. Now, mine goes a little something like, my purpose is to influence, inspire, encourage, and change the world for the better using myself, my life, my music, and all that I am. Very simple, but powerful. Because once you find your mission statement and you write this down, this is how you can hold yourself accountable to your everyday life, however you moving. So however you moving, you check in with your mission statement. Is what I'm about to do, is this choice I'm about to make going to line up with who I'm claiming to be? Does it line up with how I want to affect this world? Does it line up with my purpose for this world? Does it line up with my morals and values and everything that I am in my being? You're able to check yourself. Accountability. Also, you need to be writing down your morals, your values, your standards, your strengths, your weaknesses. These are important things that you need to write down. Why? Because it shows you where you are at, and it shows you who you are. You get an actual blueprint of who you are in this life and what you stand for when you begin writing down everything that you believe in. It gives you a step to where to start with accountability. Where do I start? You start from your morals, your values, your standards, your strengths, and your weaknesses. That shows you where you are and who you are. And then that in turn gives you a blueprint of what you need to do to get to where you want to go. Now, you need to be writing down mini goals. Yes, it's good to make a long-term goal list, but right now we're going to focus on mini short goals, okay? Now, I like to use lists. Lists work very well for me. It keeps me on point, keeps me on task. And I also like to do this in a timeline, right? So since we're doing short goals and we're going to do a timeline, make a list of your goals for 1 month. And then within that month, now you make a list of goals for 1 week, each week. I got 4 weeks to create this whole list of goals that I want. And in the first week, I'm going to do these goals. In the second week, these, third, fourth, okay? Even if you don't know what you're going to do in second, third, and fourth week, start with the first week, right? And write down the goals that you want to put from this month in this 1 week. Write them down. And then one more list for your day. For your day. In the beginning of the day, when you wake up, after you, whatever, brush your teeth, pray, meditate, whatever it is that you do first thing in the morning, get you out your pad, put it next to your bed, write down, these are things that I want to do for today. Even do it at night. So then in the morning you can read it and say, okay, this is what's going down today. And now the list doesn't just have to be for what you want to do. It can be for things that you want to do, things you want to accomplish, things that you're going to buy, ways that you're going to spend your money, your finances, okay? I need lists. I had a moment of accountability with my finances, right? And I had to write down what I do exactly with my money because I always end up with none. So I had to figure out, what am I doing with my money? And I realized, okay, you go into the store and you ain't got no list. So you walk around through the store and then you be like, ooh, I want this, I want this, I want this. Your needs go out the window and I just start getting everything I want. Or I'll be like, I'm going into the store for this one thing. And I got around the whole store and walked out with 5 different things. Or a whole basket or a cart, okay? No. I can't do that no more for my finances. I got to hold myself accountable and say, okay, you're going to walk in this store with this list. And everything that you get, you're going to cross it off. Cross it off. And when the list is gone, you is gone too. You is at the register and you is out that door, okay? Don't go nowhere else. Don't walk nowhere else. There's nowhere else you need to go. You got everything that you needed on this list. That's the way I had to be accountable. So make a daily list for the things that you need to do, the things that you need to accomplish, and the things that you want to spend your money on, etc. Now also, when you are writing down these short-term goals, I want you to be in a mindset where you are thinking of the bigger picture, right? So you are thinking of, what is this going to accomplish? And write them down. If I stick to this, I'm going to have this amount of money saved. If I do this, I'm going to accumulate this amount of whatever. If I do this, I'm going to achieve this. Make sure you write down your accomplishments, because it doesn't feel good when you're just doing stuff and you feel like you ain't got no reason to do it. You're just doing it to do it. Then you come to yourself and you're like, why am I even doing this? I don't want to do this. This doesn't feel good. Why am I doing this? No, make sure you see your accomplishments and you write them down. This is what I'm going to accomplish. So then once you accomplish these goals, you can say, okay, checkmate, okay? Mini goals turn into bigger goals. So make sure you're writing these accomplishments down. What am I going to accomplish from these lists that I'm writing out? And reward yourself. Listen, I'm going to speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure a lot of us do this. My mind is moving so fast that I will accomplish something and I'm on to the next. I'm like, okay, what else got to get done? Okay, what else got to get done? Okay, what else got to get done? And I don't take no time to like, good job. Feel it. Yes. Bet yourself. Reward yourself. If I do this for this amount of days, I am going out to do this. Listen, so I just finished, I sing, I write, I record, I engineer, like I make clothes. I do so many different things, okay? I do 1,000 things. But recently I finished my one of my newest songs, right? And I finished the regular explicit version and I finished the radio version, right? And I was stuck on the radio version for a while because your girl be cursing, and sometimes I cuss so much, it's like, how are we gonna take these cusses out? Like, it's gonna mess up the whole song. So I finally figured out how to make it sound good, right? And I had to take time and just listen to it. Go down to the car, blast that thing, and really just get in the moment of feeling it. Feel it, okay? Because if I would have just went to the next thing, I would have not appreciated it. And now I appreciate it so much, and it gives me the confidence to say, girl, you can do this. Like, you can actually engineer your own music. Like, not a lot of people can be as good a singer, as well as good as a rapper, and then as well as good as an engineer as well. Like, it's only a couple people. Like, enjoy that. Feel that. Like, I had to really take some time and feel it. And usually I would just run right past and be like, okay, it's done. What's the next song I gotta do? You know, because I'm trying to accomplish these things, and I'm working on my patience too. And I'm like, I got to get all this stuff done because I want the reward. I want the big, big reward. But you got to take some time out to enjoy the small rewards. Me listening to that song and it sounding so good, and there's no clipping, there's no popping, everything sounds crispy and clear. Ooh, that's a reward for me. And that didn't cost a thing. I didn't have to go buy myself no new shoes. I didn't have to go get myself no ice cream. I didn't have to go do nothing but just enjoy the moment of me accomplishing a goal. Take that time. That is a reward in itself. Take some time to feel the reward of accomplishing the goal, right? And then if you want to spend some extra time and really go reward yourself, then do it. Do it. You deserve it. You did a great job. Reward yourself. Make sure that you remember your previous successes so that you can reflect on them, and so that you can move forward in them, and so that it can give you that boost of confidence to make you be like, oh yeah, okay, I did this before, I could do it again. This ain't nothing. This ain't Nathan. I done did this. Don't forget when you did it. Don't forget when you did it before. You can do it again. But if you forget, you be sitting in the dumps like, I can't do it. It's so hard. Listen, remember what you did. Remember where you came from. So you can know where you're going. And you know what? Prepare for your successes, okay? Make sure that you are setting alarms, that you are making lists, that you got apps ready to prepare you for your success, and that you got your friends. Call up your friends. Yo, homie. Listen, I got a friend that I said, listen, I'm trying to leave by this day. By this year, by this day, I'm trying to leave. Hold me accountable. She was like, girl, I got you. So 30 minutes later, she coming in with sticky notes, sticking them on, writing it on the whiteboard. Listen, have people in your circle that's going to hold you accountable. Be kind to yourself. Encourage yourself, okay? Be your own teacher. Be the student and be the teacher, okay? And treat yourself as if you were the teacher to somebody in the streets. Not one of the bad teachers, but one of the good ones, okay? And treat yourself as delicate as you would treat a regular student out in the street. Understand where you are and where you're going and where you're coming from. Understand that you may not get it on the first try. It may take you a few times for you to get it, but that's okay. There's progress in that. When you lose, you learn. It's okay. Dust yourself off and try again. Give yourself a pat on the back when you are accountable. Please. We don't do it enough. We don't pat ourselves on the backs enough when we are accountable or when we do something well. Take that time out and understand this was good. I did this. Enjoy that moment. Enjoy that. Feel that. And be patient. Be patient and understand that this is all a process. Every day We are learning and growing and getting better at this thing that we call life. Understand it's a process, and understand that it takes time, it takes patience, it takes self-love, it takes kindness, it takes a relationship with your creator, it takes self-care, it takes accountability. Let's be accountable. Can we be accountable? I have told you what accountability is. I have told you why you need to be accountable. I have told you the benefits of being accountable, and I have given you the ways and strategies to become accountable, not just the hard and difficult way, but the sexy way, the fun way, the way that it ain't so hard. Let's start here. Let's start with accountability. Make sure you check out the videos. Make sure that you check out the website, okay? DomaniqueStorm.com. In the meantime, listen, I love y'all. God bless y'all. I will see y'all next week. Stay tuned. I got more good stuff for y'all. Peace.